Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, and I'm here today to answer your immigration questions. But I always start off with a topic that comes up often in my practice and information that might be helpful to you who might not necessarily know or be aware of some of the U.S. immigration laws. Okay? Great. So what I wanted to start off with today is a question I see, a question that I get from my clients that comes up pretty often. Okay. So the question for the day today is my spouse is threatening to deport me. What can I do? Do I have any options? So if your spouse is a US citizen or a green card holder, and you're in a situation where you're out of status, let's say you entered illegally, or let's say you came in with like a tourist visa or a student visa and it expired, if your spouse is threatening to deport you, you can still apply for benefits. You might still qualify to apply for a green card on your own completely without your spouse. Okay, you might be able to qualify for a green card on your own without your spouse. So this is if your spouse is threatening to deport you. If that's happening, likely I would assume there's a lot of other emotional abuse, psychological abuse also happening in your relationship. So if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder and you've been threatened with deportation in the middle of a fight, or you're afraid that your spouse is going to get so angry and deport you because of the nature of your relationship, you might be eligible for immigration benefits, including a work permit, travel authorization, social security card, and also a green card, and ultimately citizenship. So if you or someone you know is in this situation, I would recommend that you call us for a consultation. This doesn't matter if you entered illegally. It doesn't matter if you came in with status and now no longer have status. You might still be eligible based on this. This is for people that are married to US citizens or green card holders. Okay? Call us for a consultation. If you know people that might benefit from this, please make sure to share our page, like our page, so you can be notified and they can be notified when we go live. We're at Agarwal Immigration on both Facebook and on TikTok. Again, that's at Agarwal Immigration on Facebook and on TikTok, and you can call us for consultation, 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. So say hello if you're watching me here today. Hi, Payal. Nice to see you. Payal has a question here. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. And of course, let me know if you would like to have a confidential consultation. What I'm providing now is general information. If you and I have not met before, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney and I'm based outside of Washington, D.C., but my clients are all throughout the United States. And that is because immigration is considered a federal practice, so we can represent clients no matter where they are located. So if you want to call us, if you want to talk to me, if immigration is confusing to you and you want to clarify about what options might be available to you, give us a call at 703-348-1663. Pyle is asking me, I put my parents' files. I'm wanting for a visa call. Any update? I'm not sure of your question, Pyle. I think you said you may have sponsored your parents and you're waiting for a visa call. I really need more information about your case, so unfortunately I'm not able to answer that right now. But if you want to clarify, I will take a look at that question again and hopefully provide you with some helpful information. Okay. All right. Another question I get is, I don't see a question. Hi, Tharek. Nice to see you. Another question I get is, I entered illegally, but I'm married to a US citizen or a green card holder. Do I now need to leave the United States to apply for a green card? Right? I entered illegally, but now I'm married to a US citizen or a green card holder. Do I need to leave the United States to apply for a green card? Sometimes that's the case, right? Sometimes, yes, that's the case, but not always. Not always. Okay, so you might be able to qualify to process your green card in the US if you have problems in your marriage, right? You don't have to go and get a divorce if that's not something that's feasible. So long as you have problems in your marriage and you feel emotionally abused by your spouse, you might be eligible to apply for a green card on your own if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder. And this specifically is for people who may have entered the US illegally, right? This may be this can even be an option for people who entered the US illegally. So if you are having problems in your marriage, if you feel hurt by your spouse at times, I would suggest having a consultation to see if you might be eligible to apply for a green card. This is a green card process where you do not have to leave the United States if you qualify. You do not have to leave the United States if you qualify. And the way to see if you qualify is to call us for a consultation, when you can reach me at 703-348-1663. Pyle says, you dear, nice to meet you for the first time. Nice to meet you, Pyle. I'm happy that you're asking questions. I wish I could understand your first question, which I unfortunately cannot make out. But if you want to put it back in, I'm happy to answer it for you. So again, if anyone that's joining us, I'm an immigration lawyer. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal, and I am answering your immigration questions. So I'm here to answer your questions live because so many of us are so confused by U.S. immigration laws because they're hard and they're confusing. But I'm here. I practice only U.S. immigration law. I'm based outside of D.C., but my clients are all throughout the United States, and I practice only U.S. immigration law, and my team handles only U.S. immigration law. So if you would like to call us for a consultation, your consultation will be with me, and I'll be happy to chat with you about your immigration case. If you want general information, please ask your question now, which is 703-348-1663 for a confidential consultation. Okay? All right. Redip says, how old do you have to be basically to register for selective service? The question again is, how old do you have to be to register for selective service? So to register for selective service, you should be 18. You should be 18, okay? And you're required to register for selective service. Pretty much if you're going to apply for naturalization, you have to have registered. However, many people don't even realize that there is this requirement. So normally we just make a statement that most of the people we know, most of the people we represent have registered for selective service. However, if you have not, don't let that prevent you from applying for citizenship. You can make a statement that you did not register, but had you known, you would have registered, and that should be good enough. Okay, do not let the fact that you haven't registered for selective service prevent you from applying for American citizenship. All right. You might be able to qualify, and you get so many benefits, especially the right to vote. So if you are interested in that, I would highly encourage you to apply for American citizenship. Okay, again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration lawyer. I have clients all throughout the United States with all sorts of U.S. immigration issues. We only practice U.S. immigration. You can call us for a consultation at 703-348-1663. Also, I go live fairly often. I'm here online to answer your questions because immigration law is confusing. I'm here online to answer your questions. So please put them in. And then if you think other people you know might benefit from this, share this with them, share our page with them so they can hop on, get notified when I go live, and they can ask their immigration questions. Okay? All right. Sweta Harshi is saying, what factors are considered for an EB1 category? Okay, great. So EB1 category is an employment-based green card option. So for an EB1 category, you can sponsor yourself for a green card, or you can be sponsored by a company for a green card. But what's important to note is that you have to be of extraordinary ability in your particular field to qualify for an EB1 visa. Generally, this is a general rule. So if you're coming in as a chef, for example, or an artist, that's going to be a little bit different than if you're coming in as a business person or a scientist, right? So that the factors are slightly different for both. But generally, I'm going to just pretend like this is maybe a business related category. To be considered for an EB1, you can present some kind of internationally renowned award, for example, like the Nobel Peace Prize, right? In that particular field, of course, you will receive an EB1 because clearly you are at the very top of your field. Many of us will not qualify for something like a Nobel Prize. So we would need to formulate different types of evidence to show that you do qualify as being at the top of your field. So what you submit, what types of evidence you submit can be a little bit different for everyone. So some examples I'm going to give are things like, for example, if you have been published, if your articles have been published, you can submit that. If you're part of an organization, for example, that is very selective on its members, and let's say it's a specific scientist type organization, and you have to be selected to be part of it, that can be a piece of evidence as well. If you have peers in your field that can write letters to talk about how you've contributed to this field, that can be a piece of evidence. So again, there's many different pieces of evidence to be able to qualify for something like an EB1 visa, and you can apply on your own without a company sponsoring you. So it's an employment-based green card. That's what an EB1 is. It's an employment-based green card. There are many other factors that could make one qualify, but that's a really good question. It doesn't get asked here a lot, so I'm really glad, Swetha, that you asked this question. But there are different pieces of evidence that could help you get this EB1 green card. Okay, but really the general idea is we need to prove that you're at the top of your field. And then there are other things. We need to maintain status and things like that, and that might impact your ability to get that green card, whether in the US or if you're applying from abroad. All right, if you want a consultation on that, you can reach me. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm at 703-348-1663. I'd be happy to kind of go over the steps with you and talk about all of the requirements. Just a heads up, we're doing our consultation by phone or by Zoom most of the time. Some folks want to come here and visit me in person. I'd love to see you, love to have an in-person consultation, so feel free to come to our office. We're based right outside of Washington, D.C. Make a trip of it, bring your family, and hopefully I can see you. If you're in the area, it'll be pretty easy to stop by. All right, call me, 703-348-1663. Hi, Cool Guy. Cool Guy says, I came with a visa and I overstayed, and I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Do you have to go back to your country for the interview? So, Cool Gal, that's a really good question. So let me kind of repeat that and state that for you again for people that might have missed it. So, Cool Guy came to the U.S. with a visa and overstayed, and he's now married to a U.S. citizen. Do you have to go back to your country for a visa interview? So if you came with a visa, that's a legal entry. As long as it's your visa, you were honest in the application, it's a legal entry. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen, that person can sponsor you for a green card, and you most likely qualify if you don't have criminal issues. If you were never put in immigration court, you will most likely qualify. Okay, and that's a pretty straightforward step. You would get work authorization, you would get travel authorization, and you'd have almost faster, it always takes a long time, but it was a faster green card process. If you can help you with that, call me for a consultation, 703-348-1663. All right, Shubandhu says, hello, hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Radeep says, I'm 26. Sorry, I'm like changing my filter here unintentionally. Swetha says, thank you, you're welcome. Joy says, can you talk about the Biden immigration plan? I'm going to hold off on talking about that because it's not approved yet. So I don't want to get folks' hopes up. Contact Senator Durbin if you want to call and promote it, but nothing has been signed into law yet, so I'm going to hold off on talking about that. But when it is, I will be in here talking about all of the changes and all of the options available. Okay. Cool Gal says thank you. You're welcome. Radeep says I came to the U.S. In 2016, and that time I was 26 years old, and I can't do a registration and in selected services. Is that okay? Yeah, that is okay. So you're only required to register for a certain period of time, and if you weren't able to register, that's fine. If you didn't register because you didn't know, you should make the statement, I didn't register because I didn't know. Okay, that's all that's required. All right, so don't let that prevent you from applying for citizenship. If you otherwise qualify, I highly encourage you to apply for US citizenship because that is something that can never be taken away from you. Many people think that green card holders have it, there's no reason to then become a citizen. But there is, because being a green card holder, it's permanent of sorts, of course, but it can always be taken away from you and fairly easily. Okay? Call us for a consultation if we can help you with your citizenship application. If you're wondering how to get a green card, we work with employment-based green cards, family-based green cards. Call us if we can help you, 703-348-1663. All right. Sam says, my mother passed away and she already submitted the case for my sister, but she passed away and I get the approval. Is there anything, sorry, I think I need the facts specifically of your case, but you are still able to apply. If someone has already applied for you and they pass away and that application is still in process, generally all you would need is another joint sponsor. So most of the time when people apply for a green card, they have to show that they can support you financially. All right, so if that person has passed away, you might still be able to move forward with that application with a different sponsor, someone to take over that affidavit of support. All right, I need to know the specific facts of your case to kind of advise you on the process. If you want to call us, I'd be happy to chat with you, 703-348-1663. Sweet Girl says, is there anything for parents of us born under 21? If you're less than 21 years old, you need to be 21 to be able to sponsor your parents. Okay, you have to be 21 years old and a US citizen to be able to sponsor your parents. All right. Cool Guy says, one more of my family members had his biometrics for citizenship in June and didn't have his interview yet. It's okay. It normally takes about a year or so to get your citizenship. It should be fine. I wouldn't worry, but you can always check the normal case processing times on the USCIS website. Okay. If you think other people here can use immigration assistance, if you think that they have questions that they would like answered here by an immigration lawyer, please share this with them. And I encourage you to like our page, follow us on TikTok if we can help you, because then you'll be notified every single time I go live and you can ask your questions. All right. If you want to call us for a confidential consultation at 703-348-1663. Sweet Girl says, thank you. You're welcome. Sam Molly says, and I have an approval notice. So what can I do? Can you transfer their case in my name? I'm not sure. Sam, call us and I can try to go through what's happened in your case and we can figure out the options. Okay. We're doing our consultations by phone or by Zoom. If you want to come and visit me in person, I'd be happy to see you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. All right. Sam says, I'm not a citizen right now, but I have a green card. Okay, great. Apply for your citizenship. Shive says, ma'am, I filed asylum. Third appeal. Can you please tell me what is the process for a third appeal? I'm not sure where you are in your case. So call us if we can help you. Generally, you have to file for an appeal in about 30 days. All right, 703-348-1663. Vice says, hi, happy to see you. I'm happy to see you too. Thank you for joining. And so Sajbala just joined. Hi, nice to see you. Well, I'm happy to see everyone. Again, if you haven't liked us or followed us on Facebook and TikTok, I'm coming on live. I'm trying to do it regularly, and hopefully I will see you guys again. Vice says, I'm watching from Connecticut. Great, Vice. I don't know if you know, but I grew up in Connecticut. So it has a special place in my heart, Connecticut. All right. And you know what? Today I had a consultation with someone from Goa. And I have a special place in my heart for Goa as well, Goa, India, because that's where I was born. And that's where I lived until I was 8 years old. Okay, and then moved to Connecticut. Sweet Girl says, my sister applied for VAWA 4 years now. When do you think she might get interviewed? So normally the VAWA time frame is about 2 to 2.5 years. And we have a VAWA approval that came in about 6 months, which is unusual. Normally it takes about a year and a half. But we received one recently in 6 months. A VAWA case is for people who are married to U.S. citizens or green card holders. Generally, this is the relationship that we most often do VAWAs for, and they're victims of abuse, not necessarily physical, but just general emotional abuse as well. Okay, so 4 years is a long time, so I'm not sure what's happening in her case. I would call us for a consult, 703-348-1663. So Mohammed says, when a USCIS sends a notice of intent to revoke an R1 visa, what should the applicant do? Please let me know. Usually they will ask you for additional information. If you can provide that, that would be good. But usually the R1 is sponsored by the organization, and R1 is a religious visa. It's sponsored by the organization, so they have to be the one to respond. Okay, and it's really to show that everything was accurate in the submission and that you maintained status. Okay. All right, everyone. Someone's asked me, what visa do you have? I am a U.S. citizen, but I did enter as a green card holder when I was 8 years old. But anyway, if you're wondering what type of visa our firm works with, we work with all types of visas and all types of green card sponsorship as well. All right. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. If you want to call us, if you need to ask immigration questions, if you want to have a consultation with me or the firm, I would love to see you. Give me a call at 703-348-1663. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok. All right. I will see you all very soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye.